All right, let's talk trading. We spend so much time analyzing charts, digging into fundamentals, and trying to perfect our strategies. But what if the biggest, most unpredictable part of the market isn't the market at all? What if it's, well, us, the person staring at the screen? Today, we're diving deep into the inner game of trading, that battle that happens right inside your own head.
I mean, come on, be honest. Have you ever had a perfect plan, you see the setup, everything's lining up, and then this wave of fear just makes you bail out way too early? Or, on the flip side, a surge of greed convinces you to hold on for just a little bit longer, and you end up watching all your profits just vanish. If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place.
Because here's the thing. Trading isn't just about money. It's a high-stakes mental game. You could even call it a battlefield. And those price charts, that's just the terrain. The real fight, the real conflict, is happening inside our own minds.
The famous physicist Richard Feynman, he wasn't a trader, but man, did he hit the nail on the head with this one. Our own minds are just masters of deception, especially when there's money and big emotions on the line. We are so easy to fool.
So, who are these enemies we're fighting on this battlefield? Well, they're not some shadowy firm market maker. Nope. They're invisible, but they are incredibly powerful forces that live inside our own heads. Let's call them our cognitive dragons, these mental shortcuts that are basically hardwired to sabotage our best-laid plans.
So what exactly is a trading bias? Put simply, it's when our feelings totally hijack our rational brain. It's a glitch in our thinking that leads us to make the same dumb mistakes over and over and over again. It's that frustrating gap between what you know you should do and what you actually end up doing.
Okay, let's meet our first dragon. And this one is a biggie, maybe the most powerful of them all, loss aversion. This guy is responsible for one of the most classic trading blunders out there.
The psychology behind this is just fascinating. Our brains are literally wired to feel the sting of losing $100 way more intensely than the joy of gaining $100. It's this imbalance that makes us do crazy things, like desperately hold on to a losing trade, just praying it'll come back to break even, all to avoid that pain of admitting we were wrong.
Now, let's move on to our next dragon. This one's a little sneakier. It works in the shadows while we're doing our research. It's called confirmation bias, and this is our natural tendency to hunt for any piece of information that proves we're right.
So here's how this trap works. Let's say you think a stock is a sure thing. You'll go out and find every article, every analyst, every tweet that agrees with you, and you'll totally, conveniently, ignore all the flashing red warning signs telling you to run. You're not seeing reality anymore, you're just seeing the reality you want to see. And that leads us straight to our third dragon, the one that whispers all those sweet nothings in our ear, overconfidence bias. This is that tendency to think we know more than we really do, and to just wildly overestimate our own skills. And this is where things get really dangerous. The reality is, markets are chaotic and super complex, but overconfidence makes you believe you've got it all figured out. In reality, a good decision can still lead to a bad outcome. But with this bias, oh, that winning trade was pure genius on your part. That losing trade, just bad luck. It stops us from learning, and that is a killer in the market. Okay, so we've met the dragons. How in the world do we fight back? Well, we can look to the people who have already won this battle. Let's tap into the wisdom of some of the world's most successful traders, the folks they call the market wizards.
When Jack Schwager interviewed dozens of these elite traders, he found these common threads. And look at this list. Notice how little of it is about some secret indicator or magic formula. It's almost all about mindset. We're talking discipline, patience, risk control, and just being okay with the fact that you're gonna lose sometimes. Their whole success is built on mental strength.
This is probably one of the most famous quotes from the market wizards, and it is the ultimate weapon against that loss aversion dragon. Your top priority is not finding winners, it's managing your losers. Protecting your capital is job number 1, 2, and 3.
And here we have the perfect antidote to overconfidence. This quote is a stark reminder that humility, it's a survival tool in the markets. The second you think you've got it all figured out is the exact moment the market is about to teach you a very expensive lesson. You've got to stay curious, stay skeptical, and always question yourself.
So how do we actually take all this wisdom and turn it into a daily habit? Let's get tactical. Here's a simple but super powerful pre-trade ritual you can do in just 5 minutes to get your mind right for the trading day.
Okay, let's break this down. First, for 2 minutes, you're just going to clear your head. The source material actually suggests doing a power pose, like literally holding your arms up like you just won a race. It sounds silly, but it can actually lower stress hormones and boost your confidence. Next, for another 2 minutes, read your trading plan out loud. This gets your rules front and center in your mind. Finally, for 1 minute, visualize. See yourself executing your plan perfectly, but, and this is key, also see yourself taking a loss calmly and just moving on. It prepares you for both possibilities.
And to really lock this ritual in, use this affirmation. This is so powerful. The whole goal is to detach yourself from the outcome and focus completely on the process. Your job isn't to predict the future. Your job isn't even to make money on every trade. Your only job is to execute your plan with discipline. That's it. So as we wrap things up here, let's bring it all back to that core idea. The journey of becoming a successful trader isn't really about finding some secret formula to control the market, because you can't. It's an inward journey. And this right here is the big takeaway. The best traders focus on the only things they can actually control: their mindset, their discipline, and how they react to things. They work on themselves because that is the one edge that nobody can ever take away from you.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you've seen the dragons and you've seen the tools of the masters, what is the one single thing you can do, starting today, to begin mastering your own inner battlefield?